I think GSP was just really smart and really hardworking. He had the two. Sometimes I have hardworking guys that don't work in the right direction, and sometimes I have guys who are really smart but they don't do the work. I think that was GSP's plain and simple solution. He was hardworking and he was a smart guy. He is a smart guy, he's still into it, but his training was very well put together. And he was willing to suffer the hours that it took. I called jump rope junk training, and people got upset. I got some hate mail. I got some boxing coaches telling me, who does this guy think he is? Listen, it's just my opinion. I didn't state a scientific fact. It's my opinion, and I still feel that way. I'm not a big believer in jump rope. Now, do I have fighters who like jumping rope? Yeah, I let them jump rope. It's just my opinion, and it's not a personal thing. And people tell me, hey, Muhammad Ali jumped rope. Yeah, he jumped rope, and he did a lot of things. But that's not what made him great, in my opinion. And if it was what made him great, then why doesn't everybody who jump rope, why are they all like Muhammad Ali? I know a lot of great boxers. I know a lot of boxers who jump rope. They're not great boxers, but they jump rope. Why isn't, we have to learn to tell the difference between correlation and cause and effect. Now, Muhammad Ali was a great boxer, but I don't think it was because he jumped rope. And I think if he didn't jump rope, he would have been just as great. That's just my opinion. Now, I always ask myself, who has the best footwork in sports? I would say it's a defensive back in the NFL. His footwork, his ability to cut from left to right, front, back, the footwork is phenomenal. If you were going to put a stopwatch on footwork, they would have the fastest feet. Them and maybe dancers, I would say. Some dancers could do it. But I will tell you, they don't use jump rope, and neither do dancers. If Wayne Gretzky was what do you call it, skater? He was an artistic skater. What do you call that? Figure skater. He was a figure skater first. Many hockey players did figure skated, but was that something that gave him an edge? Possibly. But the footwork is amazing in figure skating. It's phenomenal. They don't do anything. They don't do jump rope and then put skates on it. To them, that would be ridiculous, So for me, MMA, you have so many things to do that one of the things that I would consider is not less effective to develop footwork is jumping rope. So I don't jump rope. And what's the best for me is not necessarily what's the best for you. That's where you need a master trainer who can eye you. He can evaluate you and say, look, I have these tools. You got to think about it as a toolbox. Now, your trainer has a bunch of tools in his toolbox. He's going to look at the problem. Mr. Fix-It comes to your house and he looks at the drain. No, it's clogged, and he has a bunch of tools. Which one is he going to use? Well, he has to look at the drain first. He has to see the problem. It's the same thing. Now, some trainers only have a hammer in their toolbox. They come from a background. Maybe they're a boxing background or wrestling background. So they take the hammer and they're going to fix every problem you have in the house with the hammer. It's an old saying, right? If all you have is a hammer, you see every problem as a nail. Because that's all you know. It's the only solution you got. But if you're a more diverse trainer, you have a bunch of tools. It's like if you go to a doctor and he only has one pill that he gives out. He may heal a few, but a lot of people might die. It all depends on, some people tell me, that guy's a great trainer. He's only able to train certain type of fighters. That's it. Everybody else, he can't help them. If you don't fit his modality, it doesn't work. So it's pretty simple. At the end of the day, you go to a doctor, he evaluates you, gives you appropriate medicine. The trainer is the same thing. He looks at you, are you weak here? Are you strong there? What do you have that I can work with? And what do you need that I need to fix? That's what a good trainer does.